Café and Networking Podcast promotes entrepreneurs, startups, authors, business experts throughout the world. I'm Tom Reaoch, an American known as the King of Networking, connecting people and speaking from my studio in Vinhedo, São Paulo, Brazil. Today we talk with Shelley Carney, and she's joining us from Rio Rancho in New Mexico in the United States. Shelley Carney is the owner of AGK Media Studio. Shelley is a media magician, a YouTube host, live stream and podcast coach, as well as a creative campaign producer. So Shelley, how can a home-based entrepreneur live stream video, podcast, and blog consistently every week?
Oh, thank you, Tom. So you start off with an area of expertise, and then you come up with your topic presentation or your interview, and that you're going to schedule a live stream. So a live stream is going to go out on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. It can go out to any number of places all at the same time. And when you show up for that live stream, you're there doing your presentation. People can tune in and watch, and they can chat with you, and you can answer their questions. And then your video goes out to all of those places, and it stays there. So that's done for you. First, when you schedule it, you get your social media post out of that. And then when you do the live stream, it goes out, people see it, and then it stays there. So that's a great way to put out video. Very simple, easy, quick, and you have it scheduled every week so that you know that you're going to do it at the same time every week. Then you'll take that audio from that video that you created, and you'll put that up into your podcasting host. That goes out to all of your podcast platforms, which you could have up to 40 different places that it might go, that people can find you as a podcast. Then you take that audio file and you put that into a transcription program. We use Descript, which we love. We use it all the time. And it will transcribe all of the words that you said. You can take the text from that. You can edit that into a blog post. You put that up on your WordPress blog, or you can put it out on LinkedIn, or you can put it in any number of places. Medium is another good one. And then you take things out of that, such as quotes, and you can share that as a social media post. And within Descript, you can also create audiograms, which is a post that has your audio. You take a piece of the podcast that you really enjoyed, and you put that in there, and then you caption it so that people can just read it if they want. And then you share that out on social media. And you take those social media posts and you can put them into a social media scheduler so that it can go out for the rest of the week without you having to touch it again. And then you repeat the process every week.
Every week. Well, most people are, they're set back because when you describe the process, it sounds like a lot of work. But once it's set up, it's basically automatic.
That's right. It's very systemized so that you can follow the same thing every day. You know what you're going to do. You do that bit of work, and that little bit of work adds up over time. Once you have maybe 12 episodes, you can put your blogs together and create a book. You can create a course. You can send out information in an email every week. You can create opt-ins out of your content so that people will get on your email list, so you can remind them, hey, I've got a show coming up this week and this is what it's about. So it's a really, it just creates a social media storm of content once you've got it set up.
But back to the beginning, you need to have a topic, and you should be consistent with the topic.
Right. And that's going to help you to speak to your defined audience, which, Encore entrepreneurs, we know business. We know we need to know who our audience is, what is their big problem that we want to help them solve, and then present ways to solve that every week.
And getting up and ringing their bell every week.
That's right.
So how is business in New Mexico? Well, you're in New Mexico, but your business isn't in New Mexico. It's everywhere.
That's right. It's not dependent on being in a specific place. We work with people in Arizona, in Oregon, and Washington, all around. When we do interviews, we've interviewed people from Tel Aviv and from New Zealand, and here we're talking today with you from Brazil.
Right.
So we're not confined to only working in New Mexico.
Well, that's business in general. I think that's the wake-up call for most business persons. They tend to have a local mindset. It's where they started their business, but business is well beyond that.
That's right. Especially nowadays, people are very much more comfortable using the internet, using Zoom or Google Meet like we're doing today, or any number of products are available for you to create podcasts and videos online in a very simple way.
Well, each of these platforms you just mentioned, they've also done a job of updating themselves, of coming forward, even with the pandemic. I think that's the plus side on the technology side, very quickly offering multi-ways of being able to prover yourself and all working and all competing again amongst themselves. And so what we can do, either audio or video, it comes out picture perfect.
That's right. And I think they were ready to do it. They just needed a push for people to adopt it. And the pandemic was that push that said, I have to do this now.
I think it was more of a drag than a push. But anyway, as a media magician, it sounds magical. And it is, because it does work. I think the people can feel, and your clients certainly do feel the magic. But it's a process that you know very well. And as any process, it's something that can be learned.
Oh, absolutely. We can work with one client over 1 week's time, and we can go from having nothing to having all their social media accounts set up, having their first live stream, having their first podcast episode, and having their first blog post in 1 week. So it is not that difficult. We can work with somebody and get all that set up, or we can do it for them if they don't want to learn it.
Well, to our audience, and I think that's the point, most people that I know who are, as you consider, encore professionals, they have content. They don't realize how much they actually know. And they even know less how much they know can stick to somebody and can help others. So I think that process of following what you offer not only creates a mindset of offering it, but helps categorize things. And then you come to your weekly lives and all of the rest.
That's not only what they know, but who they know. We had a client who started doing his live stream, and he started seeing people he knew who were saying to him, I saw your live stream. I need to talk to you about what you do. I need you to do that for me. These are people he knew who had never worked with him before, because they just knew him in other parts of his life. And now they know what he does, and now they want to work with him.
And now we do, and most other people do, and that's how we met, was virtually.
That's right.
So, Shelley, I want to thank you for sharing your time with us. It was a pleasure talking with you.
Well, I appreciate the invitation, and thank you so much.
Thank you again. And remember, you can find more information about Shelley Carney, and it's Shelley. The last name is Carney. You'll find her on LinkedIn and all major social medias, but more specifically at agkmedia.studio. agkmedia.studio. Café and Networking is brought to us by Focus MI Market Intelligence, an agricultural market research specialist in Brazil. More information on their site, focusmi.com. Thanks for listening. Until the next time here at Café and Networking Podcast.